Story of the Games, Part 1.
Good morning, Canada. It's time to get moving this morning, and gyms across certain parts of the country are closed, and many are wondering how you're going to stay fit as we head into the colder months. So, no fear here. Boardgains is here. It's a fitness board game that lets you work out while having fun, and we're joined by its creator, Mathura, is joining us.
This was a surreal moment for me. I was on national TV for the first time, and we were about to launch my Kickstarter for a product I invented. How cool is that? I'm an entrepreneur and inventor now. But the beauty of this moment is how I got here. And with that said, let's start the story. My first part of my journey starts in high school, Father Michael Gates Secondary School, and this is where I really got into entrepreneurship and events. So for the high school, we would have talent shows, so I would be the door person for the talent show. So I would take people tickets in and let them in. So this is where I really got my feet wet into events and all the different aspects of events. And then my last 2 years of high school, me and my friends, we would throw house parties for our grade. So this is where we would charge cover and we would get a fair bit of lunch money from those events. And after that was choosing university. So I really didn't know what I wanted to do at university, but I saw health and fitness was trending at that time period. So everything was going green, everyone was trying to be, there was more like educational aspects of being more active. So I saw that as a trend, so I knew that would be a good industry to get into. And my friend, he was going into kinesiology, so I looked up the program and then I applied to York University and I got in to the kinesiology program. And that's where the next part of my journey starts. So I ended up at York University where I got my Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and I became a certified personal trainer via CSIP. My last 2 years of the program, I started taking more sport marketing and business courses and I loved it. One thing about me is I love to learn and love to expand my skills because life is all about growth. And the last year of the program, one of my friends who was also a kin major, he told me about the sport and event marketing program at George Brown College. It was a postgraduate program and that was a game changer for me. So I ended up graduating York University and I ended up going to George Brown College as my postgrad, and I also got a job at a local gym in Mississauga, Habitual Fitness, and this is where I started teaching classes and doing personal training. So I ended up at George Brown College, and this is where I would juggle both school and working at the gym. Hands down, George Brown was my most favorite school experience because I learned so much from this program. I learned advertising, I learned social media, I learned sponsorships, but most important, I learned events. Events was a major part of this program, and the final project was creating an event from planning to execution. Our group chose to do a board game night called Are You Game? This event, we had alcohol, we had food, we had board games, all sorts of board games. We had video games, we had karaoke, and we even had prizes for everyone. So the event was a success, and little did I know this event would have a major influence on me later on. So I graduated George Brown College, and I'm not gonna lie, the job market was pretty tough after graduation. So I decided to take a lead role at Habitual Fitness and create a position for myself as the marketing and events manager to use the newly acquired skills. So as the marketing events manager, one of the first events I ran was a fitness twist to my board game event that I did at George Brown College. It was called Boardgains BOOTCAMP, and it was a multi-station workout with a fitness twist to Jenga, a fitness twist to Monopoly, a fitness twist to Roulette, and a fitness twist to Blackjack. So I wanted to create a fun fitness experience that you couldn't get anywhere else, and I did that. Everyone loved the event, and then after the event, I had this whiteboard, the Fitopoly whiteboard, and I put it in the back, and then every now and then I would just use the board to teach my bootcamp classes. And the more I used the game, the more I developed the rules and simplified the game even better. And then I wanted to take the game to the next level, so I changed the whiteboard into a poster. So the year is 2018, and I took that whiteboard and got it converted to a poster. So I changed the name from Fitness Monopoly to Fitopoly, kept it simple, and then I ran my first event, September 2018, for this poster. So this event, we had 10 participants, and I had a prize for the winner. The prize was my friend Chef KD would go to your house and cook you a 3-course meal. So after the event, my friend Lala won, and then we were just having drinks and eating some food in the back, and then she was like, Eric, where'd you buy this game? And I was like, Lala, I didn't buy this game, I made it. And she was like, Eric, you gotta make this into an actual game that someone could buy. And then that's when it clicked in my head. Yeah, I should make this into a board game. And after that, I started doing research on board game manufacturing, and this is where it leads me to my first ever board game. So the year is 2019, and I changed the name from Fitopoly to Pump It Out because I got some lawyer advice and they told me not to use the opoly because it might cause trouble down the road. So I scrapped the name and changed it to Pump It Out. I also found a board game manufacturing website where I was able to send my files to this website and they would create the board game for me. So this is where the game took on a new life because I was able to add new elements to the game, such as I got game pieces, I created new play cards, I created a rule booklet, an exercise guide. So if someone didn't know how to any of the exercises, they can refer to the exercise guide to show them a written description and an illustration of the exercise. And also, I made sure this board, all the exercises were body weight. I wanted this game to have a universal appeal, so you could literally take this game anywhere and get a workout in. So I got the game in June 2019, and I was like, whoa, my first board game, this is sick. So I started playtesting it all summer just to work out all the kinks, further develop the rules, and just get the kinks out of the game, You just gotta playtest. So that's what I did. And throughout the playtest period, after the event, after the classes, people would always take pictures of the game, post on social media. And this one time we had a kid playing the game. So he took a Snapchat of the game. He was like, shh, Snapchat. And he was like, BOOTCAMP. And he had like a little flex arm. And then as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's the name right there. And that's how we changed the name from Pump It Out to BOOTCAMP. So towards the end of 2019, I literally took this game everywhere with me. I took it to Egypt, I took it to cottage. I wanted to showcase the versatility of this game. That you can literally take this game anywhere and get a workout in.
China has identified the cause of the mysterious new virus.
Coronavirus.
There are fears a rapidly spreading virus has reached Australia.
This is a rapidly emerging situation where there is not a cause for alarm.
The first U.S. case has been detected. There's confirmation that
COVID flipped the world upside down. It changed the world completely. Everything was closing down, a million jobs lost. I lost my job and I lost my girlfriend on the same day. I was talking about having a rough. I was going through a weird sense of emotions. Like, on one hand, I was dealing with a heartbreak. On the other hand, I'm dealing with, how am I going to make a living without a job? And I realized how important it was to create a business. So I knew BOOTCAMP was my outlet to escape, and BOOTCAMP was the business I had to create. So I took all my time and energy and I focused on to BOOTCAMP. It's like, how am I going to get this game funded? How am I going to do my first print run? So I started doing research and I realized there was an outlet called Kickstarter, which is a crowdfunding platform. So Kickstarter is basically a big pre-sale to get the game funded, and you use those funds to get the game made. So that's what I focused on, and that summer I focused all my energy into BOOTCAMP. So I started listening to podcasts about different people who launched their products successfully on Kickstarter. I wanted to absorb all the knowledge I could about the tips and tricks they used to launch their product successfully. So because I was preparing to launch my product October 2020 on Kickstarter, so I want to be as best prepared as I could be. So I finished off the game. As you can see, we got new artwork, we got the BOOTCAMP logo. I also got a pop-up table, and I started offering free games to people all over Ontario. So I would do this in exchange for content. So I would take pictures, I would take videos, and most importantly, I would get testimonials. So after each game, I would get a testimonial, and people would tell me how much they love this game, how much the game doesn't feel like a workout, it feels like you're playing a game. So that was great. So next up was my Kickstarter in October 2020. I felt I was ready for the launch, so I launched the game, and the game got funded. So, but however, I thought I would destroy records. I thought this game would blow it out of the water and just like get overfunded, 200-300% overfunded. But that's on me. That's a learning experience on me because nothing comes easy. So the next step was to get the game manufactured, and I found a great manufacturer, and then we had a great relationship. So he would send me pictures and photos of the game getting manufactured, and which was a great experience. So I hope you guys stay tuned for part 2 of this story of the gains, and that will take place maybe 2-3 years from now when we have the first print run and then all the next wholesale steps. So see you guys.